bewildered by the cards that life has dealt them. The Oguel family has been left in limbo for several years now, following a mysterious disease that has continued to strike every child in the family, leaving them paralyzed. A family that used to have 10 members, now reduced to 4, a mother and 3 children. 2 of them are paralyzed.
It is a warm evening when we get to the Oguel homestead in Kasipul, Kabondo. We find Louisa Tieno sprucing up her 2 daughters Alice and Ruth for our visit. It is a task that requires all her energy and attention because you see both Ruth and Alice are paralyzed and have been for the past 11 or so years. This has been the family's nightmare for years now, a mystery disease that has struck each of the family's children in succession once they reach the age of 10. It is a disease that shows no mercy. Louisa has since lost 3 of her children to it. I don't know what caused the disease, but what I know is it started a long time ago because I've already lost 3 children to it. The ones who remain are crippled by the disease. It is a disease that has done nothing but ravage Louisa and her family. Her remaining eldest daughter, Alice Odhiambo, 27, being worst affected. She cannot walk, talk, barely eats, and is partially blind thanks to the disease. Her other daughter, Ruth, 23, was forced to drop out of school in the 6th grade. Although the cheerful of them all, it is difficult for her to hide her pain after the disease cheated her of a normal childhood. The disease has since become like a stalker, lurking in the bushes waiting to pounce on its next victim. I left school when I was in class 6. Now my hand is strong, but before I couldn't even write. I stayed behind in my studies because I could not write. No matter how bright I was or hard I tried, I couldn't continue.
When I am struck by this fear, I take so many time thinking about it. But because there is nothing to do about it, I have trained my life to cope up with this disease.
The family, now living in abject poverty, has been ostracized by the community, who in fact blame the family's plight on witchcraft. It has been left to well-wishers in the name of Brothers of Mercy in the Oyugi's integrated project to care for the family. I went to Nyabondo Hospital. They started treatment on Alice. I stayed without going to the hospital for some days, but unbeknown to me, no one was attending to Alice. One day she fell from her bed and broke her teeth. Later on, they called me to come back and pick her up.
The project has done a lot for them. I remember that recently they had no place to mattress to sleep or blanket, and you had to rush and buy those things and give to Boniface to bring here. So the project is doing a lot for them. We try to assist them because we see that they are very poor.
But even as the days slowly pass and dusk falls on this family, their hope is that tomorrow will bring with it new tidings. It is a mystery that has continued to confound the Oguel family, now abandoned not only by friends and relatives, but the community at large as well. Although they would like to find out the answer to their ailment, the triple threat of ostracization, immobility and poverty continues to cripple them, literally. Esther Kello, KTN, in Kasipul, Kabondo.